So this tutorial is going to show you how to add a page on Wix. Very simple, and this is just so that you can add things if you want to add a new page about anything else you're doing, or if you want to add a bit more information onto the website but it doesn't have a natural place to fit in the current structure. So I'll just show you first of all just move Wales. Just show you what a page is. So this is the home page. I think you'll all know that that terminology. But each one of these across this menu here, these are all different pages. So it's just an area for another bit of content, some different content. We've got the only main kind of header, so top level pages on the site at the moment, but you might want to add some sub pages, so some ones that come down. So if I hover over about, it will drop down with some sub pages on about. So there's all sorts. You can also add things to the menu here. So we'll just go through the process, and if you ever need to do it, then you can. So here I have logged into the back end of the website and come up with this page, and I'm just going to click here on Manage Site, and then either here or here on Edit Site. Wait for it to load. Here we go. So this is now the back end of the site, so this is where we can edit everything on the site. And you have your different menu up here for editing and your sidebar menu here. So the way that we navigate through the pages is to go right up to the top here beside the Wix logo and click on this. And you can see here it says Pages, and then down here you have the various pages of your website. So you can see they're exactly the same as what's listed there. This one here, your playbox, I will explain in a different tutorial, but it's basically where we can start to do some things, play around, and that little icon there, the eye with a cross through it, means that it's actually hidden. So you can still do things on the website and have a play around, but it won't be seen. But we'll come to that in a different tutorial. So we're just going to add a sub page here. So I've decided, or you've decided as a group, that you want a page about the Llandrindod Club. Say if you then had one set up in Red or wherever, you might want to separate your clubs. So let's add a page down here, right at the bottom. Just add a page. So the route to it is to go to Pages here and then add a page here. Now you come up with some different options here. Page is adding a new page to the website, which is what we're going to do. Link is enabling you to pop a link onto your menu here, but it doesn't link necessarily to a page on your website. It could link to another page, another site. So it could be something like Run Wales or the Metropole, although at the moment we've got those linking down here. Let's go to Add Page again. And then the menu header, that allows you to add a header at the top of the menu here, but there isn't actually a separate page. So you can add something there and then just add some sub pages below without that top level one being an actual page. Okay, so what we're going to do is add a new page. So I'm going to click on here. And you can see now that it's come up with this. So this is a new page, and it's dropped it down underneath Home there, and you can see on your menu that it's got the new page there. So that's currently highlighted. So I'm just going to name this as our new page, Llandrindod Club. This is just for an example. It's obviously not necessarily what you want to do. And when you've typed in the name, which you can change at any point, you click Done. So there we go, we've created a new page. Now at the moment, that's not visible to people who are visiting your website because you haven't, over here, hit Publish. So at the moment we're just working in the back end and playing around with a few things before we publish. So you can then move this page. So on the left hand side you've got these little blue bits. You can move it to wherever you want. So maybe I want to sit it at the end. So you can see now that it sits there at the end of the menu. Or sit it up at the top. You can actually even put it above Home. But say for argument's sake, we just want to drop this into About. So we want now, rather than it sitting beside it, we want it to sit underneath About. So when someone hovers over About, they come up with the option of the Llandrindod Club. To do that, again, we click on here and hold, and then just drag it sideways. And you can see that little line that's appeared there. Little line that's appeared, and that means now you can't see it here, and it's dropped into About. If you want to check that, you can go up here to Preview, and then when we're having a look at the menu, when you hover over About, there's the new page, and we're actually sat on it at the moment. Back to Editor. So whichever page you want to edit is the one that you should be clicking on. So if we're clicking on the training plans, that means we can go in here and edit that one. So once you've built a page, that's what it will look like, plain and simple, keeping the header and the footer, which will be the same on every single page. And now we can start to add our elements, which I'll go through this in a separate tutorial. But you can go through and add the things to the page to make this into your club page if that's what you wanted. So to delete that if you don't like it or if you don't want it anymore, or if there's an issue, so maybe you want to get it checked out by someone before you publish it, you just click on this right hand side here, this little 3-dot icon here, and you've got various options down here. You might want to hide the page so that only those who have the login to go into the back end can actually see it. So you might want to share it with them, but before you actually publish it. Or in my case here, I don't want that page anymore. Just go down here to delete. So it's clicking on those 3-dot icon and then click delete and ask you, do I really want to do it? And then I just click delete and it's gone. Okay, so that's how to add a page. You can play around with that, go through the tutorial again and pause it as you're going so that you can keep up with it, or you can just use this as a reference when you do come to setting up a page. Any questions, always feel free to ask me. Alright, thank you then, bye bye.